Welcome to the Bare Metal Cybersysm Prepcast. This series helps you prepare for the exam with focused explanations and practical context. Digital forensics plays a crucial role in modern incident management. Its purpose is to support investigations by reconstructing the sequence of events that led to and followed a security incident. It enables the collection, preservation, and analysis of digital evidence that may be required for internal review, regulatory compliance, or legal proceedings. A properly managed forensic process validates the true scope and impact of a breach, helping the organization move beyond assumptions and speculation. It can reveal attacker behavior, including the techniques, tactics, and procedures used to exploit vulnerabilities. It may also uncover previously undetected system weaknesses that contributed to the incident. Ultimately, digital forensics ensures that the organization's findings are defensible, reproducible, and credible in the face of external scrutiny. Whether an incident is resolved internally or referred to law enforcement, forensic analysis is what transforms incident data into evidence. Handling digital evidence requires strict adherence to specific principles to preserve its value. The foundational rule is to maintain the integrity, authenticity, and admissibility of the evidence from the moment it is identified. This begins with preserving a reliable chain of custody. Every piece of evidence, from a log file to a disk image, must be tracked from collection through analysis and storage. Chain of custody documentation must include who handled the evidence, when it was accessed, and where it was stored. Altering original data must be avoided at all costs. Forensic professionals use write-blocking tools and forensic imaging software to create bit-for-bit copies of drives or memory before any analysis is performed. These tools ensure that the original evidence remains unchanged. Once collected, evidence must be stored securely, with access limited to authorized personnel and controls in place to detect tampering. Every action, every log capture, every hash calculation, every tool used must be documented precisely with time, date, and the name of the responsible party. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other podcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Digital evidence comes in many forms, and forensic analysts must be familiar with the full spectrum. One of the most common sources is system logs, including operating system events, authentication logs, and application-specific records. Security alerts and log data from intrusion detection systems, firewalls, and CN platforms can provide insight into threat detection and attacker movement. Files and documents, including deleted or hidden files, may contain malware payloads, sensitive data, or traces of unauthorized access. Network traffic captures, such as packet logs or NetFlow data, help reconstruct connections to command and control servers or lateral movement inside the network. Email headers, attachments, and message content can reveal phishing campaigns, social engineering, or data leakage. Metadata embedded in files, registry entries, or access logs can show when a document was opened, moved, or edited, and by whom. These diverse evidence sources must be collected and analyzed in combination to develop a complete picture of the incident. Forensic professionals use specialized tools designed to preserve and analyze data without altering it. Imaging tools like FTK Imager or the Linux DD utility allow investigators to create exact copies of storage media, preserving every bit, including deleted content and hidden partitions. File system analyzers such as EnCase and Autopsy are used to examine these images in detail, searching for anomalies, timestamps, or traces of tampering. Memory analysis tools like Volatility are used to examine volatile memory, capturing running processes, network connections, and system states that disappear on reboot. Packet analyzers such as Wireshark allow responders to view and reconstruct network traffic, helping analysts identify malicious communication. Log parsers and timeline tools organize vast amounts of event data, helping investigators spot patterns, correlate activity, and create a chronological record of the incident. The right toolset depends on the nature of the system, the evidence required, and the environment in which the investigation is conducted. When collecting evidence, investigators must understand the difference between volatile and non-volatile data. Volatile data, such as active memory, running processes, and open network connections, can disappear if the system is shut down, rebooted, or modified. Therefore, forensic responders must prioritize this data, capturing it quickly using appropriate tools. System time, open files, user sessions, and memory context can all provide invaluable context for an active compromise. After volatile data is preserved, attention can shift to non-volatile data, including system logs, browser history, shadow copies, and stored files. To avoid altering evidence during collection, responders should use trusted, bootable media, which allows systems to be accessed without loading or modifying the installed operating system. Coordination with system owners is essential to minimize operational disruption and ensure proper authorization. All collected data must be validated through hash verification using algorithms like MD5 or SHA-256 to confirm that no data was changed during acquisition. This hash serves as a digital fingerprint, confirming the integrity of the evidence. Legal and policy considerations must be addressed at every stage of forensic activity. All evidence collection must comply with internal policies and applicable privacy laws. This includes respecting employee data rights, customer confidentiality, and regional regulations such as GDPR or HIPAA. In many cases, legal or executive authorization must be obtained before accessing certain types of data, especially communications, personal records, or sensitive system logs. Jurisdictional issues may arise when collecting data across borders, particularly in multinational organizations. Understanding the legal implications of data transfers, access restrictions, and regulatory frameworks is essential. Litigation holds may be required to preserve evidence for court proceedings, and data may need to be retained according to legal retention requirements. If the investigation may lead to law enforcement involvement, legal counsel should be consulted early. This helps ensure that the evidence is collected in a way that supports chain of custody, evidentiary admissibility, and due process. Legal alignment is not optional, it's a requirement for defensible forensics. Digital forensics does not operate in isolation. It must be coordinated closely with incident response teams. Forensics supports the response effort by identifying root causes, tracing attacker movements, and uncovering additional compromised assets. High-severity incidents should trigger predefined forensic workflows as part of the incident response plan. These workflows must include role assignments for collection, analysis, documentation, and escalate. Balancing forensic depth with response speed is essential. In some cases, rapid containment may take precedence over thorough evidence collection, while in others, preserving data may delay recovery efforts. These trade-offs must be discussed and documented. After the incident, forensic and response teams should conduct a debrief to consolidate findings, validate timelines, and identify lessons learned. Collaboration ensures that evidence supports both immediate remediation and long-term program improvement. Thorough documentation is essential for every forensic investigation. Investigators must maintain detailed logs of every action taken during evidence collection, analysis, and storage. This includes the date, time, location, and purpose of each action, as well as the tools and systems involved. Reports should include a list of evidence items, systems examined, findings discovered, and analysis methods used. It's important to distinguish between observed facts and interpretations. A log entry showing a failed login is a fact. Concluding that it was an attacker attempting access is an interpretation. Reports must be structured to meet internal standards, legal review criteria, or regulatory disclosure requirements. Clarity, precision, and neutrality are key. Reports must support reproducibility, meaning that another qualified analyst could follow the same steps and arrive at the same conclusions. Without documentation, evidence has little value. With documentation, it becomes a defensible foundation for decisions, enforcement, and compliance. Collecting digital evidence presents unique challenges. The most immediate is data volatility. During an active incident, data can be overwritten, encrypted, or lost. Ransomware, remote wiping tools, or system reboots can destroy crucial evidence. Attackers may use encryption, obfuscation, or anti-forensics techniques to hide their activity. In cloud and third-party environments, access to logs, virtual machines, or configuration data may be limited by platform capabilities or contractual terms. Misconfigured systems, insufficient logging, or outdated infrastructure may not generate the necessary forensic records at all. Human error can also compromise evidence. Mishandling devices, failing to use write blockers, or failing to document properly can reduce the integrity of the entire investigation. These challenges must be anticipated and mitigated through planning, training, and careful execution. The best way to address these challenges is to build forensic readiness into the organization's incident management program. This means defining procedures, roles, and responsibilities in advance, not during the chaos of an incident. Logging must be configured correctly across systems, with appropriate retention periods, time synchronization, and alert thresholds. Forensic fundamentals and tool usage must be part of responder training so that all team members understand how to preserve and collect evidence. The organization should maintain an inventory of validated forensic tools, pre-configured boot media, and collection kits. These resources must be tested periodically to ensure they function as expected. Finally, forensics must be treated not as a separate discipline, but as an integrated capability within incident response. When responders understand both containment and evidence preservation, the result is a coordinated, confident, and legally defensible investigation process. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bare Metal CyberSysm Prepcast. For more episodes, tools, and study support, visit us at baremetalcyber.com.